So, welcome back sa ating part 2 ng Module 5. So, our next discussion will be the chart patterns and indicators. So, our Module 5 is all about technical analysis. So, ngayon kasi technical analysis yung pag-uusapan natin. So, meaning, kailangan natin malaman kung ano yung mga chart patterns and indicators. So, sa part 1, pinakita ko sa iyo yung mga indicators, mga basic indicators, RSI, MACD, EMA, sa iba pa. Pinakita ko sa iyo yun. So, yun yung mga basic needs natin for technical analysis. Now, we're on chart patterns. So, alamin natin yung mga patterns ng mga chart sa indicators. So, chart patterns are visual representations of price movements that traders use in the future markets. So, as I said earlier, part 1 is nag-predict tayo ng price, which is, we can say nag-predict kasi hindi naman talaga natin alam kung saan papunta yung price. Walang may alam kung saan papunta yung price. So, we are doing things. So, ginagawa natin is nag-predict tayo. Hindi tayo nag-decide, which is predict lang natin. But based on our technical analysis. So, those patterns can be categorized into reversal, continuation patterns, and yun nga, narinig din natin sa part 1 is meron tayong reversal patterns, and then trend change, So, it's the same thing pa rin. Then now next is head and shoulders. So, first pattern natin is head and shoulders. So, head and shoulders, this pattern is a well-known reversal pattern that signals potential shift from a bullish trend to bearish one. So, yung head and shoulder pattern is para siyang W. So, ito yung head and shoulder pattern. So, ito yung head and shoulder pattern. Ganito. Which is ito yung neckline. Ito yung neckline, ito yung shoulder niya, at yung head. Kaya siya tinatawag na head and shoulder pattern. So, formation, yun yung formation niya, and the tree consists of 3 peaks. The pattern consists of 3 peaks, a left shoulder and a head, and a high steep, and the right shoulder. A neckline is drawn by the connecting the lowest points between the shoulders. So, yun yung pinakita sa inyo, yun yung shoulders. Confirmation, the pattern is confirmed with the price breaks below the neckline. So, malalaman natin paano itong head and shoulder i-trade is if once nag-break na dito sa baba, yung price dito, this is the so, i-drawing natin dito para mas madali. So, ganun yung head and shoulder, di ba? Ganyan. Head and shoulder. Ganyan. So, how do we trade head and shoulder? So, madali lang natin i-trade yung head and shoulder, and mag-predict natin kung saan papunta. It's because ito yung i-base natin dito. Tapos, this is also called So, yan. So, ito. This is our basis for head and shoulder, which is may trend siya na paakyat. So, meron tayong higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Then, what happened is, nagkaroon siya ng pullback, which is, we can see also a higher low, and then, hanggang dito lang yung isang, yung highs niya. Tapos, dito, hanggang dito lang, which means wala siyang break of structure. Meaning, break of structure means dapat yung ito is nilagpasan dito. Dapat nandito ito. Dapat ganito yung pormahan niya. Ganun. Para naman may break of structure tayo. So, kaso ang nangyari, hanggang dito lang, meaning, nagkaroon siya ng formation na head and shoulder. Which means, humina na yung price humina na yung pag-update ng price. Kaya siya bumaba. So, it means, once bumaba na siya, yung gagawin natin, yung triggers, is dito, this one is a resistance level. Ano na support level, or we can also call resistance for up to you. So, this is our support level. So, once na-break na to, this is the time na makapag-trade na tayo for short, which is sell. So, we can also put our stop loss here, and then, like this. So, ganun mag-trade for a head and shoulders. Ganun tayo mag-trade sa head and shoulders, guys. So, ganun kasimple, basta intindihin yung head and shoulders. So, next, okay. Trading strategy are traders often enter a short position, as I give you, as I explained earlier. You, traders enter a short position. So, nag-short tayo kanina kasi by bearish head and shoulder yun. Then, opposite also from the buy. Wait, ang i-explain ko mamaya. Tapusin mo natin itong meaning ito. So, trading strategy, traders often enter a short position when the price breaks below the neckline. So, pag nag-break down dun sa neckline, which is not to sell tayo. Tapos, orders are directly set above the right shoulder as na-mention ko, as na-explain ko kanina, dito yung stop loss natin. Hindi dito. Dito lang. Kasi naka-break na. So, safe na tayo dun. And then, we also have inverse head and shoulders. The inverse head and shoulders pattern is opposite signaling potential bullish reversal. So, meron din tayong isang style ng head and shoulder which is opposite, pabaliktad. And then, same situation doon sa dito, same situation dito. Mag-trade ka, which is dito yung entry natin. Dito yung entry natin for buy. Then dito buy, then take profit, then stop loss. So it's a same situation lang. So binaliktad lang yung magkakaroon din ng formations na ganyan. So we just wait for the market to make a pattern. So pag may nakita kayo ganyan pattern, matik. So, hindi nyo. So, kagaya nito. Display natin ito. Meron tayo nakikita head and shoulders. Tapos, break sa neckline. Then, sell position. Then, take profit here. So, yung opposite, nagkaroon naman inversal, which is neckline. So, buy. So, take profit this area. So, ganun lang kadali. This is inverse head and shoulder pattern. And then, this is head and shoulder pattern. So, then next we have the double top and double bottom. Double top and double bottom patterns are reversal patterns that signals potential trend change. Meaning, dalawa siyang So, double top is a bearish reversal pattern that forms after an uptrend. Bali, reversal pattern siya after the uptrend. Bali, dalawang candle na wait, mamaya ipakita ko sa inyo double top. Double top. So, ito yung double top pattern. Ito lang yun. So, dalawang dito. Parang M. Ganun. Pag nakikita kayo ganyan, which means, hindi pinapayagang lumagpas pa sa previous price niya, yung price. Yun nga yung currency. So this is a bearish reversal pattern that forms after an uptrend. It resembles the letter M. So yun nga, sinabi ko, and consists the two peaks of approximately the same level price, separated by moderate flow. So, and then double top. Double bottom, this is a bullish reversal pattern that forms after a downtrend. It symbols the letter W. This is two truths. Tama ba? Yeah. Bago ako sa words ito. At approximately the same support level, separated by a moderate peak. So, same situation lang din ng head and shoulder. Meron tayong reversal, tsaka yung normal. So, paano mag-trade dito sa dito? So, this is the double bottom and the double top. Double bottom, kaya sinabi, tinawag siya double bottom kasi dito sa baba yung point niya. Bali dito sa baba, double siya. So, dito naman double top kasi nasa taas yung dalawang point niya, yung high side. So, paano mag-trade dito? So, madali lang. Pwede nakita para hindi So, sa double bottom, madali lang mag-trade sa ganyan, which is double top and double bottom. So, which is, nag-mark pa rin tayo ng neckline ito, which is ito. Yan. Pwede ganyan. Pwede ganyan. As long as may minamark kayo na neckline. Which is support level. Oh. Support level, and then we have here also resistance. So this one, para maintindihan mo rin. Dito rin, so para maintindihan mo. So paano tayo mag-trade dito, which means dito sa double top, madali lang. So yung trade natin dito is short kasi yung neckline niya nilagpasan, tapos dito tayo mag-stop loss. And then, continue like that. Ganun tayo mag-trade. Stop loss dito sa taas, may profit baba. Same as here, so we can enter this sa break. Kumain niya sa support. Break, dito yung break. Nag-break yung price, then we can show for long position. So, ganun lang kadali. Which is, ganun lang talaga kasimple yung pag-trade. Kaso nga lang, kinukomplikado natin. But you still need more, meron pa kayong dapat mag-alaman kung bakit nagkaganon yung pattern. Bakit may nangangaganon pattern. So, next, we have the triangles. Triangles are continuation patterns that suggest a pose in the current trend. Bali, nagkaroon siya ng pose. Bali, ang tawag dito, hininto muna yung trend. So, triple tap. This bearish reversal pattern forms after an action to resist on 3 peaks at approximately the same price level. Then, triple bottom, this bullish reversal. Same, meron tayong opposite sa bullish may bearish din. This bullish reversal pattern forms after downtrend and consists 3 shows approximately the same price level. So, ganito yung triangle. Ascending, meron tayong descending triangle. Ascending triangle and descending triangle. Then, madali lang din dito i-trend. So, example namin. Okay. So, like this thing, then. So, ba? Wait lang, ha? Okay, pag-drawing pa. Okay. Ayun na natin yan. Dapat medyo mataas to. Yan. Ganyan yung pattern ng ascending triangle. Bakit natin tinatawag na ascending triangle? Kasi nag-ano siya ng triangle dito sa nag-perform siya ng triangle. Hindi naman siya perfect na triangle as long as pag ginamit mo lahat, yun, nag-perform siya ng triangle. Pag ginamit mo yung lahat, kaya siya tinatawag na ascending triangle pattern. Saka meron tayong descending triangle patterns. Ganito ba? I hope tama may pagka-drawing ko. So, sabihin na lang natin, ano to, sabihin, yun. So, ganun na lang. So, paano mag-trade dito? So, obvious, ito yung resistance level niya, tsaka ito yung trend. So, ang mangyayari dyan, mag-i-enter lang tayo ng trend once na-break na itong resistance level. Kasi meaning nito, na itong 1, 2, 3 na point is, it means na pinuntahan yung price dito, pinuntahan dito yung price, tapos bumalik. Tinry na naman po pinuntahan, tapos hindi pinayagan mag-break, so bumalik siya for another power. So, nag-try ulit, nag-fail. Then, another pullback, so, nag-try. So, binasag na yung resistance level. So, meaning, meron na tayong long position, and then stop loss only dito sa ating previous low. Hindi na tayo mag-stop loss na dito. Kasi, wala. Dapat meron tayong risk management kasi pag ito bumulo sa agad, patay yung capital natin. So, and then also, we have this one, same opposite from the uptrend. Dito yung decline natin. So, nag-break dito. So, dito tayo mag-entry. And then, stop loss. And then, you're up to yun na kung saan kayo magsiset ng take profit. So, that's for the triangle patterns in symmetrical. Then, sa symmetrical is opposite. It's not the opposite, but it's the same thing. Meaning sa symmetrical is equally, meaning it's the same. Yun, ganito yung chart ng symmetrical. So we have two options in the symmetrical, which is you can either buy or sell. So ang mangyayari dito, antayin lang natin na mag-break dito. So antayin lang natin na mag-break dito or dito. So we just need to wait kung saan mag-break yung price. Kung nasa baba mag-break yung price, so natin, short tayo, short, and then stop loss here, with the profit. And then, kung sa taas naman mag-break yung price, meaning mag-long position tayo dito, and then stop loss will be this area, and then take profit. That's how you trade symmetrical patterns. So, ganun lang kasimple. At dapat huwag nyo itong gawing komplikado kasi madali lang. So next types, we have that one. Yes, symmetrical, then ascending, and then descending. So as I explained, no need to read the description. Up to you if you want to read. Pero kasi in-explain ko na kung paano mag-read sa 3 types of triangles. So we are now in indicators. There are still marami pang mga chart patterns na pwede mong pag-aralan, or ang mangyayari dito is gawan ko ng isang lesson yung chart patterns lang. Hindi siya part sa module, or magiging part din siya but separate, which is different topic. So yun lang muna yung chart patterns na i-discuss ko, which is later on. Meron tayong video, it's all about chart patterns only. So, we have first indicator, RSI, yung in-explain ko kanina. In-explain ko sa inyo paano yung RSI, which is overbought, oversold. Then, the RSI is a momentum escalator that compares the magnitude of recent gains to recent losses to determine overbought or oversold conditions. So, ganun lang yung RSI. Titingnan mo lang kung nag-oversold or overbought. So, you can decide if the price will go up or down. Depends on the RSI. So, hindi na masyado yan. Meron pala ito. First is calculate average gains and losses over predetermined period, common for periods. So, use the average this average in the RSI formula to produce a value that indicates momentum conditions. Next is analyze whether the reading is within typical overbought above 70. So meron tayong settings for the RSI. We have the 70 and then the 30 zone, which means yung 30 is nasa baba and then 70 is nasa taas. Meaning, once the RSI indicator surpasses the 70 above the 70 zone, or sabihin natin 70% zone, is and yun ay already already valid as overbought kasi sa taas yan. And then another one is if the indicator surpasses the 30%, so it already means it's oversold. So as makikita natin dito, explain ko. Dito, ito yung line. So we only have two lines, and we can say three lines for RSI. This is the indicator, RSI. As you can see, this is the line. So, makikita nyo dito, meron tayong line, which is hindi siya hindi siya straight line. Meron siyang graph naman. It depends on anong style sa lines. Peso na lang dito sa gitna, meron tayo isa pang line na medyo siya yung capacity niya. Hindi mo siya nakita. So, meaning, yung pinakawalang line, ito yung 70. Tapos ito yung 30. So, ang nangyayari? If this line, the indicator RSI will go above this zone, it already means overbought. So, you need to go down. So, at nandito naman sa baba, if the line surpass the 30%, so sa baba, it means oversold. So, it will go up again. And then, for you, para make sure nyo na walang masyadong galaw yung market, or kung okay ba kayo mag-trade, or huwag kayo mag-trade, is pag tingnan nyo kung ang RSI is andito lang sa gitna, gumagalaw. So, mahirapan tayong mag-trade kasi walang distribution. Wala tayong direksyon na makikita na movement sa price pag dito lang sa gitna. As you can see dito, nagpunta yung price dito sa 30%. And then, we also have here, nagbabumaba yung price. So, meaning, nagkaroon umakyat siya, nagkaroon siya ng trend dito, equally trend for uptrend. So, meaning dito rin. So, ito yung siya. Bali, once na umakyat na yung RSI, pati rin itong price, so, umakyat rin. Meaning, if yung price talaga ang gumagalaw, ang RSI na yung nag-i-indicate kung aling movement na siya. So, ganun yung pagka-intindi. So, ganyan ba? Dito, kung una is bumagsak dito. Dito yun. Tapos, nag-pump ulit, and then another rejection here. So we have the bullish engulfing kasi may order block dito. Kung malalaman niya yung zone, so dito, tapos umakyat na siya ng umakyat. So, ganun yung pagkaintindi ng RSI. I hope naintindihan niyo yung explanation ko. The RSI is also how to say relative strength index. Yan yung meaning niya. Bali, isa siyang indicator only for movement. So yun nga, this one is already explained from the part 1 with the same moving averages. So, I hope naintindihan nyo na wala na tayong masyadong explain dito. Kasi, I think I already explained this from part 1. You can do also again this thing somewhere. So, essential moving average EMA, SMA, then with closing prices over the side period, compute the averages you made, or using weight factor for EMA. But EMA and moving average, you can also only use the standard settings for indication for which anong trend yung price, o anong trend yung nangyayari sa price. So, I think already explained this one. So, MACD, okay. Ang already explained the MACD. MACD only happens kung aakyat siya if yung red na signal is nasa baba. At kapag yung blue naman ay nasa baba, kaya bababa siya. Which is, once di-intercept, yun yung signal na mag-trend, change trend. Dito, di ba, umakyat siya, tapos nag-intercept, change trend, to downtrend, intercept again, then go to uptrend. So, ganun lang yung MACD, guys. So, you can only use the standard sequence for MACD. So, combining RSI and moving average, traders often use RSI and moving average together. Mostly, ginagawa namin is RSI and moving average. Kaya lang namin dalawang indicators because it's more simple and reliable for trading. And then, kasi meron na kami alam na strategy namin. So, yung nangyayari is, nag-a-add kami ng isa o dalawang indicators. So, nagbabayad kami. Ako sa experience ko, nagbabayad ako ng indicator na gusto ko. Then, to create a more robust analysis. For example, the moving average can define the trend direction. The RSI can confirm whether the momentum behind that trend is strong or weak. So, if moving average is, so you can say here, it's run by verbal. If ang moving average is an indication ng trend na yung price is uptrend, so ang RSI din naman, so din siya, nagbibigay information na this very good. We can say, we can just dito na lang. Dito. So, this dito muna tayo sa mga full ko. So, RSI. So, ito. So, dito. Ito yung EMA, and then dito yung RSI. So, dito, ang yung RSI, yung EMA, nag-indicate siya ng trend. So, ito yung trend natin, guys. Ito yung trend which is trend. And then, if something happen dito, so magkaroon siya ng intersection sa price and then the EMA, which means ang nangyari is, natin. So dito na lang tayo muna. Dito nagsimula yung signal ng RSI. Dito is nag-trend. So, then we'll declare muna sa pag-explain para maintindihan nyo. Dito na area, nagkaroon ng boom, bagsak. So, what you need to do is to check the RSI. So, meaning, nag-ano siya dito sa overbought, nandito siya banda ng overbought, kaya bumagsak sa. It means, dapat parehas ng conclusion yung RSI mo tsaka MACD. Bumagsak. So, dito, antayin mo magka-intersection yung dalawa. And then yung RSI na ang mag-base kung malakas ba yung movement niya. So, dito nag-oversold dito. So, may umakyat saglit. Umam. So, hindi ganun malakas yung niya. Dito, mabibase mo rin kung gaano kalakas yung pump or kung gaano kahina. So, dito medyo mahina lang kasi umakyat, paakyat na yung price, hindi masyadong bagsak. Pwede lang kung ganito. Dito nag-stay yung RSI. Bali, nandito siya. Tapos, bumagsak, which is same movement. Tapos, nagkaroon siya ng power. Tsaka siya umakyat. Hindi yung pabulusok agad. Kasi once pabulusok agad dito, maliit ang yung movement yan dito sa price. Maliit lang hanggang dito lang. Kunyari, bulusok agad yung price. Hanggang dito lang yan, ganyan. Tapos, bagsak ulit. Pero, if what happens, if yung RSI gumaganon pa, nagkaroon ng trend dito, bumalik. So, ang price niya mangyayari is nagkakaroon din ng ganyan. So, dito bumalik siya baba, di ba? Meaning, kumuha ng power. So, ang bagsak ng price is ganito lang, ganyan. Kasi nagkaroon siya ng movement. Tapos, gumaganon. Yun. Doon mo malalaman na malakas yun. So, You can also notice this one if you study more on this RSI. Meron sa YouTube ng RSI topic lang. Huwag yung maraming topic kasi magigita tayo. Tapos, pinaka-best experience dito na para malaman nyo is yung experience yung sa paggamit mo sa RSI. Madali mo. Kasi yung RSI nag-base to for power. Oversold and gano'ng kalakas yung pag-pump nyo, gano'ng kalakas yung pag-pump. I hope naintindihan nyo, but in the future, maintindihan nyo rin once na-experience nyo yung technical analysis. So, moving average yun na. So, confirming bullish and good price about K moving average while RSI is transitioning upward. Yun yung sinabi ko. Dalawa yung ako, babagsak yung moving average. Sabi niya, ako is, na dito parang babagsak na yung area ko. Yung chart ko. So, RSI, pwede ka ba mag-indicate kung ano bang nangyayari dyan? Na-oversold to, o kaya ay overbought, kaya parang bumagsak. So, doon natin mag-base yung dalawa sa strong bias natin for technical analysis kung which direction price will go, which market direction, which direction the price will go. Ganun yan. So, yun lang yung part 2 natin for Module 5. I hope naintindihan nyo kasi we will do more. Kasi lahat nito ay more on basic lang. And then, this information also can be makikita natin sa YouTube, but mahihirapan kayo i-arrange kung ano yung dapat yung unahin. Kaya, it's either you maghanap ng talaga nyo, kung kahit ito, binili nyo ito, this is more advantage to you kasi tinuro ko sa inyo from A to Z. Baka yung tawag dito. Alam niyo na kung ano yung dapat unahin or dapat yung pagkasunod-sunod na lesson. Hindi yung jump ka, skip, A, Z, N, M. Hindi categorize yung pag-aaral mo. So, advantage na ito sa'yo para maging magaling ka na sa pag-trade. Kahit ako, napatalo pa rin minsan. Hindi naman talaga lahat profitable sa trader. We can only profit if we get out from the market. That's it only. So, that's all for our video. So, thank you sa pakikinig. At I hope may natutunan ka dito. And I appreciate na nakikinig ka sa mga dinidiscuss ko dito. So, thank you very much and see you in the next video.